Madden world, what it be like? It's your boy Fo. Xbox 720 is the gamer tag on the PS4. You may or may not have played me before. And yo, been laying low, bro. In real life, I'm bossed up. I managed some shit, so been out there trying to chase that paper, bro. Feed my people, you know. So had to take a week off, man. But I'm back. Gonna put out a few videos. I want to talk about offense real quick because offense is very important this time of the year in Madden because we are all set in our defensive ways, and it makes it very easy for the opponent to play defense when you are continuously coming out in strong close, or split offset, or pistol bunch TE, or any of the popular shit that we see all the time. I know it's very easy for me because I'm always having an idea of what to do against those formations, and they are not as difficult to defend as they were early in the calendar year. So having different offenses, because for real, it's a lot of untapped shit out here that we just don't use that's good base stuff. Like the scheme I'm gonna show you today, you could definitely use as a base if you wanted to, but bro, it's not like playing your partners. Like you play your people, and half the time you play your boys, bro, it's like y'all seen everything all the time, so the games are tight regardless. Most of the time when you playing online, you just gonna run into a lot of people that you haven't seen before, and showing them new wrinkles, you don't want to give them the advantage by coming out in like strong close over and over again, because I mean they are already kind of halfway there to unlocking the key to shutting you down. But if you come out in a unique formation that has some wrinkles and you're able to move the football successfully, you can definitely cause problems to a defense because they got to spend some time coming up with what they need to do to shut you down. You need to put the defense on their heels. Keep them from attacking. You go on the offensive. You're on offense. You know what I mean? So we're going to look at an offensive scheme today out of the Green Bay Packers playbook. And the formation is going to be doubles, flex, wing. Now, they have a lot of other shit in there like that's popular, like shotgun bunch, you know, which we like that. So, I mean, there's other stuff that you can run. But this is a very unique formation. You don't see this a whole lot. So, first thing we're going to look at is the fact that the tight end is off the line of scrimmage. He is going to be our main focus here because he's going to cause a lot of problems to the defense, and he's going to give us some flexibility. Also, there is a HB dive in here that's a quick audible, and hey man, we see a lot of inside zones, so it's good to have a good solid shotgun run that's not an inside zone. You know, it's a different look. PA pack shot is also going to be another play that we're going to use, and it's a quick audible, so this gives us 3 solid plays in our toolbox because I'm going to come out in a PA read, which is another play action play. So we'll call it, that's 13 personnel, so we'll match up with a nickel, we'll call a cover 4, then take it down to the field. Now, very first thing I want to talk about is Jermaine Gresham, the tight end here. First of all, we notice he is a running back, so he is going to have the full not a running back, he's in the backfield like a running back, so he's going to have the full complement of running back hot routes. I love this because I can utilize that wheel, a check and release, and swing routes to do things that I couldn't normally do with a tight end. Also, we'll take him out of his purple that he's on, and I'll show you that he is going to be an exceptional blocker for you if you are going to like some of the other passing plays that aren't play action plays out of this formation, because he is sitting right in the B gap on either side, and he's a very quick motion either way. So you can motion him one way, then motion him back real quick, boom, and he'll be right in that B gap, or boom, right to the B gap on the left side, and he can shut it down. We are coming out in the play action play, so I want to make reference to the fact that you slow the A and B gap blitzes down when you come out in a play action play. So all we really have to look for is that outside pressure that may come at us. Now we'll go ahead and set up because we talk a whole fucking lot. I think I'm in 4 minutes into the video. So Alright, so the way that I like to set this up is I like to put the inside slot receiver on a flat route, and then I'll put Jermaine Gresham on a wheel route. That is going to create a flood concept. Now on the right side, I hadn't really mentioned at all, I like to have Fitz out there, or if you're playing Mutt, just make sure you have somebody with some good spec, bro, because you're not going to always have an opportunity to call a hot route with this guy depending on how long it took you to select the play, and you may need to bomb. I like to actually put this guy on a drag route though, and I'll show you why. Let's go ahead and snap the ball. So right there, we're running out of bounds. Let me call a replay real quick. We'll dissect it real quick and move on. Not gonna go through every adjustment I like to make because I really only got 15 fucking minutes, first of all. And then second of all, I mean, just take it in practice mode. You'll figure it out. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff you can do out of this formation. First thing we notice is what happens is John Brown is going to be responsible for pulling the outside left quarter. He's going to do that against a cover 3 or a cover 4 or a cover 2. I'm going to show you something here in a minute. Now, what happens is Gresham is going to fill into that void that he creates. Now, if you play over the top or if you play inside the left outside light blue, that flat route is gonna drift backwards with the wheel. If it does, then just simply hit Michael Floyd on the flat, or you can, and that's why I like to put Fitz on that drag, because after you run the play action, he's gonna come directly into your line of sight and remind you, hey, I can go there too. Now that gives you so many options because the manual user is not going to play all three. He's just not going to have an option to. If you're playing against cover 3 as well, John Brown kind of sits underneath the safety on the inside. I don't know, I've thrown it before, but I like more aggressive catching people when I do that, and I like to go up and get it if I decide to throw that post route. So that's how that's going to work against cover 3 and cover 4. Now, if you know me, I'm on a personal crusade against fucking cover 2. So hate the shit. I hate it because I mean it's so trendy. That's the problem. Like in the community, we just do the same thing. We follow the same thing. If you see problem running cover 2 over and over again, that means 90% just seem to want to run cover 2 right now, and that just irritates me a little bit. It's not. I mean, truthfully, it's a great defense. The light blues play so much deeper than they have in the past. The shell is great. They play very good short. And if you got to wear people, man, it's hard as fuck to deal with, bro. It really is. So I've been on a crusade to just show you different looks over and over and again about how you can bust up cover 2. So let me show you as well. So we'll set it up the same way. The only thing you'll do different is just leave Fitz on the street. So let's go ahead and put them in the cover 2, and then if I got time, bro, I'm gonna show you what it does. I'm gonna get busy on that ass. Boom. And let's just go out of bounds. I don't know if I have enough time. Got 7 minutes left, so let's try to make this short. If you look at the replay, first of all, you'll notice to the right, of course, that right outside blue is going to go with Fitz. And then on the inside, John Brown's going to do a great job at pulling Earl Thomas all the way to the middle of the fucking field. Depending on how long you wait to throw this pass is how long he's going to be like out of position. And honestly, to tell you the truth, bro, I've scored like a 70-yard touchdown. I've scored an 80-yard touchdown ever since I started using this, because everybody is going to call cover 2 at some point. Now, you may get them like the first time. They may start making adjustments, bro. But if they run a stock shell cover 2, that shell does not dictate that it can handle a play like this. It just does not. Now, I know you may be thinking, well, if I play over the top, that hook zone is going to drift back further. It does not. I'm telling you, if you call over the top defense, that hook zone is actually going to play further inside, because he's going to assume that the light blue is going to drift back further, and that's no longer a part of his area. So he's going to be, the tight end is going to be even more open, because the light blue is just going to dumb out because the flat's over there. Even if you're playing over the top, he's going to be confused as to which he should select, and you can just bomb up and score a touchdown. And that's going to work that way. Let's go ahead and look at man defense real quick. One thing I like about this play is by default, this play is designed to be two-man under. And if we look at stuff like four verticals that has that running back route and then that tight end route, that's two routes that can be two-man under. And it's basically a high-low concept. And when you're in that high-low, it's very hard for a user to pick one. This does the same thing. So let's go ahead and leave it stock real quick. And first of all, you got the low, right? That is gonna get open the vast majority of the time. You need to make sure you have a good release guy right there. And we'll call it again. And another thing that you're gonna see is over here, John Brown is gonna get open. So now there's your high-low right there. And he's just unbumpable. I know we've seen this post route in other plays. So now what you got is a man beating play as well. That is a play action play. So you're not getting B gapped or A gapped, and it's very good. Also, I could, put this guy on the end route. I could put him on the wheel, maybe motion him out here. If he motions out there, once he bounces off the sideline, he's gonna get open. If I leave Fitz on the street, he'll be open up the sideline. Man, it's a lot of stuff I could do. I could put Fitz on a slant. Man can't defend that play either. Now we want to run real quick into PA pack post, and then we'll shut the video down. So this is PA pack post play art. We like to put this guy in a streak, and then I motion over here. This is against cover 4 or cover 3. I'm going to show you a new way to bomb those formations. So we'll go ahead and snap the ball, and what you're going to see is that happen every time. I've scored touchdowns. I actually had a video recorded where I scored a touchdown, but of course it was longer than 15 fucking minutes, so I couldn't show it to you. So I'm doing that. And basically all I want you to see is what's gonna happen is because this is a delayed streak on the inside, it's just that post is so deep. He's just going to get open. The blue route's not going to be able to play it. And let me show you if they like to try to play over the top. They're always just going to be confused simply because I'm able to flood as well. So because I'm able to flood, I don't have to put the tight end on the street. I could always put him on a wheel route and then put the running back on a swing route. I know what you're thinking. No, well, now I can get blitzed. No, doesn't really work that way because I have play action blocking on my line now. So the B gaps and the A gaps still aren't going to come in. The outside pressure is what we're going to be looking at. But now I have a flood. I got 4 receivers flooding the right side of the field. And, just depending on what I decide to do, I could do that. Which, man, I could have threw to so many people. I'll show you on the replay. Let's try to do this real quick. Now, if I wanted to, we could bring the fucking makeshift screen back that we used to do in years past in Madden. I could just dump off the David Johnson, and as you can see right here, Floyd would have taken the light blue, blocked him. Now I got the tight end actually as a lead blocker and Fitzgerald as a lead blocker. I got a screen. So I've created a screen as well, which is great. Or I could just wait it out. And I wanted to show you that because, the light blue is always going to dumb out. If they play quarters like cover 3 or something, you may have a yellow over on that side where Floyd is. But he's going to be open a whole lot. That wheel route is actually going to get open as well. You just can't deal with a flood on that side like that. It's just too much. So it's going to be really hard for them to figure out if you are doing that. Because if they play over the top, you just dump off to the running back. If, it's going to be a guessing game when you start flooding like that. Now I also want to talk about the halfback dive real quick. It's just very good. It's a good running play. I like it. And you can get yards off of it. I don't want to talk about it too much. I just want to show you that motion in people left and right. You can make some shit happen. Also, the very last thing I want to talk about is slot cross. It has that inside route like 4 verticals, and then also you can put the tight end on a curl. He's just gonna get low. Don't put him on a streak. If you put him on a streak, the quarterback will actually throw the ball up further up the field. If you put him on a curl route, he's going to get wide open every time against any zone. Plus, The running back is definitely on that four verticals route, so he's open against man and zone. Then you can do some things with the slot guy. But this is a great scheme. I just wanted to bring it to you. There's so much more you can do with it. I showed you some money in it, of course. So, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to put out some more videos. So, rock with your boy, man. We're going to do some great things this year. So, as always, baby gangsters, respect the OGs. We out. Peace.